So I made a video called "This is not really a big of a mystery as you may think it is." That's not really what it's called. I've not uploaded it yet. I will, but really, this is not a mystery. It's only a mystery as long as you want it to be a mystery. And go watch that video. I'll explain it better. I am going to do a whole. I believe I will drive myself crazy and make a list out with explanations and things that circle back around to show you that this is how it is. But if you are not, listen, if you're not good with yourself, then nothing else is going to be anything to you, if that makes any sense at all. The number one priority and goal you should have is to love yourself and be good with yourself on the inside, because nothing out here is going to provide that to you except yourself. Nothing. So money's not going to do it. Uh, Success will not do it. Notoriety will not do it. Going and sleeping with 10 or 20 men, women, or both is not going to do it. People knowing your name is not going to do it. People thinking you're the greatest thing ever is not going to do it. Because what this will, in fact, will cause you more misery. So let's just say that tomorrow $10 million magically got into your account. What would happen with that? Well, you would have a huge dopamine boost, and that would last you for maybe a month to a year. More than likely, you would spend money on silly things in order to get more dopamine boost and prolong your misery. And then once you fully accept that this is not leading you to happiness, it's causing you misery, in fact, do you not believe you'd be more miserable with the money? So think of it like this. Money's something you want to chase, or women, or men, or notoriety, or fame, or success. What happens when you get that? And where you've not fixed yourself on the inside, you're going to be more miserable with that, because it's going to hit you that, oh, I thought this would bring me happiness, and it hasn't. And then you will have more self-defeatist ideas and thoughts that you are incredibly broken and there's something wrong with you. This is exactly what would happen. I'm telling you this from experience. Not with $10 million, obviously, but with more money than I needed. Don't have it now, but so if you're not good with yourself, nothing out here is going to bring you anything. You need to get good with yourself and then chase these things, because really, I don't even want to say chase it, because if you're good with yourself, a lot of these things you're not even going to want. And then the things you do want will find a miraculous way of making its way to you. So this is the hardest thing to do, in my direct experience, is being good with yourself fully, like accepting and loving yourself fully. Because listen, you are a fucking tyrant to yourself. You may not think you are, but you are a goddamn tyrant to yourself. Even when you think you're not, you're a fucking tyrant. Yourself, which is you, only wants you to love it. You do have to go through these things I've laid out for you, like going back and addressing trauma, like loving these parts of yourself. So when you only want you to love yourself and accept yourself, and then again, and accepting and loving yourself means you can improve. But you have to accept and love yourself the way you are, because that's really what you want. And until you do that, and as long as you're a tyrant to yourself, or demanding perfection, or not letting yourself be yourself, because you're judging every little move you're making and thinking you have to be perfect, you're not going to be happy. Like, you're not. You will not be completed. So, again, I'm telling you, the most valuable and important thing you can do is to be good with yourself. Accept and love yourself. Isn't it odd how you're all too willing to love other people unconditionally, and how you're willing to overlook things, and how you're, I understand. But you hold yourself as some higher standard than others. And that's not good. It's not good for multiple reasons, but mainly what I'm saying is you hold yourself, even though you won't, like, when I say a higher standard, I don't mean you think you're better than anyone. I just mean, like, you hold yourself up to not let yourself get away with anything, but you are all too willing to look the other way with other people, and to be way forgiving and accepting. Why are you not like that with yourself is the real question. That's the real question. That's what, listen, there's a lot of keys here, but self-love is the key. It is the answer. It is the truth. Well, technically, you are the truth, but you are love. You're just pretending you're not. Like, this is how crazy this is. Like, you're literally pretending you're a fucking human on a rock flying through space with 7.8 or 8 billion other humans, and some convoluted story with backstories going on, and you're pretending that it's hard to love yourself. Do you understand how deep an illusion you really are? Like, you can still be an illusion even when you see through the illusion. You need to fully understand that. Like, you're playing mind games. And you are not going to get anywhere by being a tyrant to yourself, making these huge demands of yourself, and then reaffirming false beliefs about yourself that you cannot achieve this. And then, what's even furthermore insane to me is you will look for things to be wrong. There'll be nothing wrong. Nothing will be wrong, but you will look for things to be wrong. It's like you are chasing shadows for no reason. I don't even want to say you're chasing rabbits, but you're chasing perfection, which you might as well say is a rabbit. And I'm just telling you, I'm just straight out telling you, you will not be happy until you love and accept yourself. You will be miserable. I don't care what happens to you. I mean, literally, I could give you $100 million right now. I could give you a lifetime supply of any drug you wanted in the snap of a finger. I could give you millions of women or men to choose from, and you're not going to be fucking happy. This is all materialistic bullshit that does not matter. Is it important? Yes. Does it matter? No. See, that contradicts itself, but it's the truth. It's important in only the sense that you do need money, and you do need companionship. You don't need drugs, but the other two is important to a degree. But so this is the spot we're in right now. You got to quit being a tyrant to yourself. You got to love and accept yourself. And you have to have actions that back up faith and words. Really, you have to fully believe. But none of this is going to happen. I'm just telling you, none of this is going to happen until you accept and love yourself. It just will not. The heart won't open. The mind will not go. There will be no common courtesy of do unto others. This is it. This is what you need to focus on. The most obvious thing ever that we neglect and ignore. Again, you can't let yourself get away with murder. And I don't mean literally murder, even though I don't even need to go into detail about this. But you can't let yourself get away with anything at all, with any bullshit. You can't just let yourself get away with anything. But you cannot be a tyrant to yourself. So again, this leaves one option, a balance, the middle road. Balance is vital in many, many areas. There's only one area that you don't need balance in and that you need to go to the extreme in. Every single thing else you need to find balance in. And the one thing you need to go to the extreme with and not find a balance on and not teeter back and forth on is self-love, love in general, and who you are. There cannot be a balance in these things. It has to be full. So, everything else find a balance in. But when it comes to accepting who you really are, loving yourself, there is no balance. If you find a balance in that, you're lying to yourself. But again, when I say don't be a tyrant and don't let yourself get away with any BS you can, find a middle ground in that. That does not correlate with self-love. You have to love yourself fully. This right here is just letting yourself be yourself. Loving yourself means accepting every part of yourself. And quit being a tyrant. I mean, this is the situation and issue. I can't make it more clear than that. Like, I cannot make this more clear. This is directly, I can't get more direct or clear. This is exactly the problem. So, I don't know what else to say. It's a game of form and the play of life. I'm you talking to you. I have always and will always be you talking to you. Because this is what we do. We create illusions, tell ourselves stories, have an experience, and then wake up and enjoy life. And you're not awake. You're still in an experience because you're still playing a character and you do not love yourself fully. So, can't go any further until this occurs. I love you dearly and deeply. Wake up.